In the last year or so, the industry has changed fundamentally in several different ways. One is the consolidation efforts that have gone on in the industry, a number of players, large and small players, coming together to combine their efforts in the market. We've been a part of some of those conversations and completed some of those transactions. Some of them are still in motion right now, but that's a significant set of activities for this particular environment. And then the second piece, as much of that combination happens, you're starting to see organizations form that are really one-stop shops for our customers, so that folks can get scale data centers plus retail co-location and interconnectivity all in one place. And so that's an exciting change, impacts us in a very real way. It helps our revenue curve straighten out a little bit and gives us a more reliable set of revenue to rely on in the future.
Since we were last here at Datacloud, we acquired Telx, which closed in October of 2015, so the integration is underway. But it introduced to us products including the co-location capabilities and the interconnect capabilities. We have expanded on that platform. We've announced we are expanding in the United States into Northern Virginia, and there's more to come in that regard. And of course in Europe, most recently we announced the acquisition of properties from Equinix/Telecity, and that has only been announced to date. We're waiting for that transaction to close later this year. But again, that also gives us not only a platform and new facilities, but new capabilities as well.
You know, as Bill said, it really allows us to participate in the broader market in a much more rapid way than we had planned to do organically, right? So we had the opportunity to do some of this stuff with the resources that we had. Through the acquisition process, now we're able to basically double our size in Europe if the transaction goes through, and we were able to get into the retail co-location market and interconnect market in the United States instantly with the acquisition of Telx. As with all acquisitive activity, we look at them all the same way, and we really, as one of the major players in this industry, get to look at all of the opportunities that come before us. They need to hit two very important criteria for us. It needs to be financially accretive for us to take a look at it, and then it needs to hit our strategy so that it makes sense from a strategic perspective as well. When things fit those two, then we go through the detailed due diligence process to make sure that they click all the rest of the check boxes that we have for an acquisition.
We have also acquired land in Northern Virginia next to our existing footprint, and it's part of our strategy of not letting our customers outgrow us. And we have also announced here in Europe that we've acquired land in Frankfurt, and we're expanding upon that in both locations with building in the near future.
Our customers are very interested in making their hybrid cloud aspirations real. And so that means some very specific things to players like Digital Realty. For us, it means that we have to stay committed to providing the scale product that cloud service providers, large and small, need. And then we also have got to be able to provide co-location facilities that the smaller players need and even some large enterprises need. And we have to have the connectivity products to make those two systems fit together.
And we're also partnering with several of our largest customers globally to help them deploy hybrid cloud solutions for our end users. Folks like SunGard Availability Services, Navisite, who are here at the show, and IBM Software, to name a few, that we're working with today on providing solutions for their end users and ours.
The opportunity for folks in the data center industry is better than it's ever been before. I might have said the same thing last year, but realistically the demand that we see on the front side of it is very large. And it's in multiple chunks, right? So the hyperscale opportunities, which we define as above 3 megawatts of opportunity at one particular time, are no longer coming from one particular place, but they're coming from multiple places, especially from large cloud service providers, but also different parts of the community as well. So we see a fantastic combination of the revenue that's coming into this market and the demand pushes that are coming from the multiplicity of devices that families now have under their control, as well as those devices being some way for consumers to access corporate assets, puts the demand curve as high as we can possibly expect it to be.